The amazing world of honeybees. Have you ever paused for a moment in a quiet garden and listened? That soft buzzing sound drifting through the air. It may seem small, almost significant, but that tiny sound carries the weight of our entire ecosystem. Imagine a world without bees. No garden honey dripping from a spoon. No vibrant fruits hanging from trees. No colorful fields of flowers dancing in the wind. It is hard to picture, isn't it? Yet behind so much of the food we eat and the beauty we enjoy, there is a small hard-working hero, the honeybee. Today we are stepping into the incredible world of these tiny engineers of nature. Who are honeybees? Honeybees belongs to the genus Apis, part of the large bee family Apidae. They are ecosocial insects, meaning they live in highly organized communities where every bee has a purpose. Inside each colony, there is one queen, thousands of worker bees, and male drones, all working together with remarkable cooperation. Their society is one of the most sophisticated systems in the natural world. Master builders of nature. Honeybees are incredible architects. They build their homes called beehives in tree cavities or sheltered spaces. Inside, they create perfectly shaped hexagonal cells. Using wax they produce themselves. This hexagonal design is not accidental. It is mathematically efficient, strong and space-saving. It allows bees to store the maximum amount of honey using the minimum amount of wax. Nature's engineers at its finest. How honey is made. The journey of honey begins with a single flower. Worker bee collect nectar and store it in a special stomach. After processing and regurgitating the nectar into the wax cells, it slowly transforms into honey. Honey became the colony's energy reserve, their survival food for during harsh seasons. This sweet treasure has attracted many honey-loving animals throughout history, including honey badgers, bears, and even early human hunter-gatherers. The most famous honeybees, although there are about 20,000 species of bees worldwide. Honeybees are the most familiar to economically important. The most well-known species in the western honeybee, Apis mellifera. This species has been domesticated and is widely used in beekeeping for honey production and crop pollination. Another important species is the eastern honeybee, Apis cerana, commonly raised across South, Southeast and East Asia. The only bees in the genus Apis are considered truly honeybees. Honeybees are not just honey producers, they are essential pollinators. Their daily work supports the growth of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and countless crops that feed the world. Without them, agriculture world suffers. Prices would rise and ecosystem would weaken. In many ways, survival of humanity is quietly connected to the survival of bees. More than honey, bees also give us bee wax, used in candles, cosmetics, soaps, lip balms, lubricants, and mold making through the lost wax process. Other bee products like royal jelly and bee venom are used in pharmaceutical applications, especially in alternative medicine. Final reflection. So that the next time you hear that gentle buzz in the air, don't brush it away. That tiny insect is not just flying. It is farming, building, protecting, and sustaining life. Honeybees may be small, but their impact is enormous. And perhaps in their quiet teamwork and dedication, there is something powerful for us to learn as well. Long ago, Honey hunters entered deep forest at dawn, following the flights of bees through the misty trees. High among the branches, they discovered golden beehives, hiding like treasures. But today, things have changed. Instead of going into the forest to search of wild beehives, people build beehives themselves and raise bees as a form of farming. Beekeeping has now become a fascinating and valuable business for many farmers. If you are thinking about starting beekeeping, the first step is getting a bee box ready. These days, it is quite easy because many places manufacture ready-made bee boxes that you can simply buy and start using. But if you enjoy working with your hands, you can also build your own bee box at home. A basic bee box is quite simple. It usually includes a wooden box and several frames placed inside it. These frames give the bees a place to build their honeycomb and store honey. Before placing a frame into the bee box, plastic wax sheet, it called foundation sheet, is usually attached to the frames. This acts as a base structure that helps the bees build the honeycomb more quickly. Once you place the box in the suitable spot, bees will slowly start building their colony and filling the frames with honey. With a simple setup like this, beekeeping can become an enjoyable and rewarding activity, whether you are a farmer, a hobbyist, or someone who simply loves nature. Most of the time, beekeepers use two bee boxes placed one on top of the other. The bottom box is mainly used for queen bee and the young bees, who is named brood. This is where the queen lays eggs and the colony grows. The top box is mainly used for honey production. Bees build honeycombs on the frames in this upper box and store the honey there by separating the brood area and the honey storage area. Beekeepers can collect honey more easily without disturbing the queen and the baby bees. When it comes to harvesting honey, preparation and safety are just as important as the process itself. Beekeeping may look calm and rewarding from the outside, but without right protective gear and tools, it can quietly become risky for both beekeepers and the bees. The first and most essential piece of equipment is the full body protective suit. This suit is specially designed to prevent bee stings and usually include gloves and a veil to protect the face and neck. Even experienced beekeepers rely on this gear, as bees can become defensive when their hive is disturbed. Another key tool is smoker. This simply yet powerful device produces cool smoke that helps calm the bees. When gently applied, the smoke disrupts the bees' alarm signals, making them less aggressive and allowing the beekeeper to work more safely and smoothly around the hive. To handle the hive itself, a hive tool is used. This is a strong flat metal tool that helps separate the bee frames, which are often stuck together with propolis, a sticky substance produced by bees. Once the frames are removed, the bee brush is used to gently sweep bees away from the honeycomb without harming them. To take out the bee frames from the beehive box, beekeeper normally use a bee frame lifter. This tool helps to gently separate and lift the frames without damaging the hive or disturbing the bees too much. When it comes to collecting the honey, special tools are used to cut or uncap the honeycomb. These steps must be done carefully to avoid unnecessary damage, as preventing the comb allows bees to reuse it, saving them time and energy. Finally, honey extractor machine plays a crucial role in modern beekeeping. This device uses centrifugal force to spin the honey out of the comb without destroying it. This not only improves efficiency but also supports sustaining beekeeping practice by allowing the comb to be placed back into the hive. In summary, honey harvesting is a delicate balance between efficiency, safety, and respect for the bees. With the right equipment and a careful approach, beekeepers can collect honey in a way that protects themselves while maintaining the healthy and thriving hive. Beekeeping has always required significant amount of safety equipment, which can make beginners feel hesitant to get started, from protective suits and gloves to smokers and specialized tools. Traditional honey harvesting can seem both risky and time consuming. Because of this, many people are discouraging from setting up their own beehives. However, modern innovations has introduced a new approach, the auto beehive system. This method is designed to make beekeeping easier, safer, and more efficient, while also protecting the bee colony. Unlike traditional setups, these advanced bee boxes allow honey to be collected with minimum disturbance to the bees. These auto beehive systems are widely available through online marketplaces and are relatively easy to assemble, even for beginners. Similar to conventional beekeeping methods, the bottom box still contains multiple frames where the queen bee and the young bees brood are kept and nurtured. The real difference lies in the top box. Instead of standard wooden frames, the auto system uses specially designed plastic frames that mimic the natural hexagon structure of a honeycomb. This innovative design allows honey to be harvested more smoothly, often without removing the frames, making the entire process more convenient and less stressful for both beekeepers and the bees. How an auto beehive works. An auto beehive system is a modern and innovative way of harvesting honey without disturbing the bees. Unlike traditional wooden hives, this system uses specially designed plastic frames that mimic the natural honeycomb structure. At the heart of the system are hexagonal plastic frames, designed just like real bee combs. Interestingly, each honeycomb cell is formed by two separate frame pieces. When these two parts are aligned together, they create a complete hexagonal structure, just like what bees naturally build. Step-by-step process. Bees build naturally. Once the frames are placed inside the hive, bees begin their work. They coat the plastic cells with wax and complete the hexagonal comb structure, making it ready for storing honey. Honey storage begins. After building the comb, bees start filling each cells with nectar, which gradually turns into honey. Easy monitoring. The hive usually has a transparent windows, allowing you to see when the honeycomb cells are fully filled. No need to open the hive and disturb the colony. Preparing for the harvest. When the frames are full, remove the top and bottom caps. Attach a tube to the bottom outlet provided by the manufacturer. Activating the flow system. Using a special L-shaped metal tool, you gently turn or separate the internal frames mechanism. This action slightly shifts the hexagonal cells inside the frame. Honey flows out. Once the cells are separated, the honey flows down inside the frame. It collects at the bottom, then smoothly exits through the tube. There's something truly special about watching bees build their home, slowly, patiently, and with a purpose that goes beyond what we can see. For a farmer, a hobbyist, or simply someone who loves the nature, having a beehive isn't just about collecting honey. It is about connecting the life itself. It is about understanding, quiet harming of nature and being part of something so small yet so powerful. This method makes that journey safer, simpler, and more accessible for anyone who has ever dreamed for harvesting their own honey straight from the beehive. If this video inspired you even a little, it is made you curious or brought you closer to the nature, share it with someone who will feel the same. If you like to work this journey with me, learning, exploring, and discovering more, don't forget to subscribe. Your support means more than you know. I'll also love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your experience. So leave a comment and let's connect. Thank you, bottom of my heart, for being here and watching this journey with me.